And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to being your consumer advocate. It's all about helping you understand more about your buying decisions and making you just a bit more street smart here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We want to help you win in any marketplace. That's our goal. Make sure you save our hotline number in your phone. At some point, you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372. And we want to engage with you. We've had an uptick in calls lately. We appreciate you calling in, texting in to the show, supporting our expert contributors and our show partners here that take time out of their busy schedules to come in and commentate on all these different areas, 80 different areas of show consumer advice here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And you can find us 4 o'clock drive time right here on AM 860 The Answer. We have our weekend show on FM 102.5 The Bone, and we are syndicated as well on Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Roku, and 85 other smart television outlets through Binge Networks. So just search Binge Networks on your smart television and you will find us there. And this segment is brought to you by Taps Restaurant. The official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show is Taps Restaurant. It's a gastropub right at the International Plaza at Bay Street as well. And they've got a great menu, a wide variety of food on the menu, as well as a wonderful ambiance and a seating area, outdoor patio that welcomes dogs as well. So bring your furry friends to Taps Restaurant, the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Now, make sure you let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you and take them up on these special offers. If you walk in and tell them your quarterback show, they're going to hook you up with a free water with lemon every time. They're going to take care of you over there. So we got a great panel today, the expert contributors in studio. Let's introduce our expert contributors. We got my man, Doug Levi, back in studio, Strategic Insurance. Welcome in, sir.
Yeah, it's always good to be here, Brandon, after a nice Thanksgiving break. So
yeah,
good to be here. We're going to be talking. I've updated my book. So I've got a book called Surviving the Insurance Jungle. That's out on Amazon. We're going to talk to all of our consumers out there about how they can survive their own insurance jungle and make some sense of all those policies and all that premium.
Yeah, get that review as well. We'll talk about a review coming up as well. We got Shirley Jump in the house. Welcome in. Publishwithnow.com. Welcome in.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. My first time on your show, and I'm pretty excited, although I know nothing about football, so don't ask me anything about that.
It's a little bit of a metaphor, kind of being that quarterback on the team, helping folks as a consumer advocate. But your Wall Street Journal, USA Today, New York Times best-selling author of 76 books.
Yes.
Wow, quite an accomplishment.
I've been busy, and I'm going to talk about how the book is the new business card. And if you're going into the next year and you don't have a book and you're a business person, you're not going to differentiate yourself in an extremely crowded marketplace.
I like that. I got my business card too. Right here, become the MVP. So yeah, I love the idea. I love the model. And we have Liza as well in studio. Liza Marie Garcia, welcome in.
Thank you very much. Very happy to be here. We're excited. As our team, as Shirley was saying, it's all about the business book. It's all about setting you apart, and it's all about affecting new marketing efforts.
That's right. Creating that celebrity. And you hear it as well. You hear it. You've seen Grant Cardone. You've seen Gary Vaynerchuk, some of the biggest names. We've had Grant on our show. We've had Jarek Robbins on the show. You know, it's a proven model that works, and creating that celebrity is something that we do here on the Consumer Quarterback Show as well. Now, I want you to save the date, Wednesday, January 8th. Save the date. We're doing a huge event for the Wounded Warriors. We're benefiting the Wounded Warriors and veterans of this great country. And Ken Shamrock's coming into town. We've got UFC Hall of Famer Ken Shamrock, WWF legend Ken Shamrock going to be in studio or in-house as well. We have Tampa's own Antonio Tarver coming as well, 5-time world boxing champion. So it's going to be a VIP meet and greet, business-style networking opportunity. The location is to be determined yet, but it's going to be Wednesday, January 8th. Save the date. You don't want to miss this. We're going to have tickets on Eventbrite very soon as well. And as you know, I'm the owner of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Got a couple of hot listings I want to let you know about here. 0 Alt 19 in Palm Harbor. This is a great opportunity. It's 516 Alternate 19 in Palm Harbor. Now, check out the beautiful photography compliments of Fabre Frameworks, and it's going to show you a vacant lot that you have available here in Palm Harbor. and you can build a professional office suite. We've got office plans that are already put together as well. The owner has plans, and so the impact fees have already been paid as well. So it's a great opportunity to purchase real estate right on a major thoroughfare highway, 0 Alt 19 in Palm Harbor. So alternate 19 there, a great opportunity. And we also have 4348 Harbor Point Drive in Port Richey. This is a gorgeous $2 million property of mine. Bay access directly out. Bring your boat, enjoy the pool. Almost 7,700 square feet of living space at this palace that is very private as well. There's 2 security gates before you can even get on the street of Harbor Point Drive in Port Richey. Check out all of our real estate listings at PlatinumMVPTeam.com. PlatinumMVPTeam.com. All right, so we got Doug Levi in the house, Strategic Insurance. A lot of misnomers out there around insurance, a lot of things that people just kind of make assumptions on, and we see too much of that today.
Yeah, no doubt. That's one of the reasons I wrote my book. So I wrote Surviving the Insurance Jungle is really just a consumer-friendly book for the person out there that makes those decisions in their family. And I really tried to almost reverse engineer really what we talk to our clients about day in and day out for the last 15 years and taking good care of them and giving them really practical advice on how they can help lower their costs and make sure they've got proper coverage. So I'm excited about it. People can check it out on Amazon, on Kindle, Barnes & Noble, and it's hopefully a really good resource for the listeners.
Yeah, I love that idea of again, putting the book out. The lower cost is something that people are looking for. And I always say on the show, I've got all these different partners that I've had on the show, expert contributors. And personally, I can say Doug and his team saved my wife and I money on our auto insurance.
Thank you. Yeah, and it always feels good when you can help a client save money, no doubt. So, and just, to kind of give some of the practical tips that we talk about in the book are increasing your deductibles, right? So this is one that you can do on almost any insurance policy out there. Some people may know that. Some people may not know that. Again, I always say you don't know what you don't know. So when you take your deductible up, your price is going to come down. On average, and we share in the book here on homeowners insurance in Florida, for example, if you go from, say, a $500 deductible to a $1,000 or $2,500 deductible, that's going to save you anywhere from, say, $300 to $600 a year.
Wow.
Okay. And there are still some people that have very, very low deductibles out there. So think about that. If you're able to increase your deductible, assuming you're okay with that and comfortable with, hey, if something goes wrong, I got to pay a little more out of pocket. But if you're okay with that, say $500 a year, take that over 10 years of not having a claim, that's $5,000 back in your pocket.
Yeah.
Right. So that's kind of the standpoint that we write the book from. Just those really practical things that people can do.
Yeah. Now, what's happening with flood insurance as well?
Yeah. So flood insurance right now, there's the government has kind of pushed back a little bit on when the actual rate revisions are going to come out. Shock surprise, they're not ready to really release those, final rates and numbers. So it looks like now that's going to be probably pushed to next October. We talk a lot, and we talk, on previous shows about private flood insurance. That's probably one of the biggest changes we've seen in the industry in the last, maybe 3 or 4 years, where now there's other competitors to the federal government. In essence, traditionally the federal government was always the one that really ran flood insurance, really, and so you really had a choice of one. And now that's opened up quite a bit, and so there's lots of private market carriers out there, and sometimes they're more competitive than the federal government. So it's a really good idea, again, to get a review. You can call our Brandon's hotline, and we're happy to do that. You can go to tampabayinsurance.com as well, and one of our advisors is happy to kind of take a look under the hood, if you will, and see where you're at, see if we could save you some money and help put you in a better spot.
Yeah, and if you just joined us, I'm Brandon Rhymes. We're talking with Doug Levi here, local economy, support the local economy, a local business owner here. And we talk about the National Flood Insurance Program, the NFIP, got pounded by Superstorm Sandy, and so a lot of times you think New York all the way up there, right? And then they always charge us down
here. They always
blame
blame us, Brandon.
Yeah, they do. And it was interesting too. We had the mayor of Tarpon Springs on the show a few weeks back, and I didn't realize it, but a fact here is that Tarpon Springs has the most waterfront of any Bay Area city, and
really?
It may have been in the state actually, but yeah,
cool.
Lots of waterfront, a lot of drivers. So it's nice to know that you have solutions for folks that are in that position.
Yeah, and we're structured as an independent insurance agency. So that means I'm not tied to any one carrier. I work with over 30 carriers on personal lines insurance alone. So and we've got over 50 carriers really that we actively work at with the agency. So, I always started the business with the idea I want to put myself on the same side as our clients. And again, being a consumer friendly show, you really want that, in my opinion, especially in today's marketplace in Florida. If you're not working with someone like myself that's independent, there's some great companies out there, don't get me wrong, but there are some companies that are captive, like where you can only get insurance just from like a State Farm or an Allstate, for example.
Yeah.
Those are good names, good brands, don't get me wrong, but all they're going to be able to offer is State Farm or Allstate. Whereas if you go to an independent, you've got diversity of carriers. We've got carriers like Progressive and Nationwide and Mercury and, a ton on the homeowners end. So, we always just think that's a real advantage, especially as dynamic as this marketplace is.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I liken it to when I was back in the day, got my start in mortgages and finance and real estate back in the day as a mortgage broker. And it was similar. I could shop different rates, different programs. If it's a lower loan to value, it might be better to go to this particular bank. If it's a higher loan to value, then it might be better. So I liken that to what you're doing on your side with being
absolutely. And again, when the research that I did on when I wrote in Surviving the Insurance Jungle is that the average American spends about 11% of their budget. That's their take home of their budget on insurance. And that's especially when you add in healthcare, right? We know healthcare costs are significant, of course. So you add in, health insurance, auto, home, if there's life, disability, flood. So that's very significant. So that it's quite a big percentage of most people's budget. You should manage it accordingly. You should make sure you've got an agent or an agency that's doing reviews for you. One of the things we're big on, we talk about on the show frequently, is protection reviews. So we've got a proactive approach where we want to do reviews each year. We want to go out and shop the marketplace for you, kind of do that legwork, make sure we're staying competitive, make sure we're checking in. The other thing we talk about a lot, we mentioned some of these in the past, is you've got to let your carrier and your agent know if things change. We had a client, we just did a review a few months ago, a client that we've had for some time. We'll protect the innocent here on the show as always. He added 1,500 square feet onto his house.
Wow.
Almost doubled the size of his house. Never let us know. Now we picked this. Yeah, whoops. Now we picked this up at a review when we were doing one of these protection reviews. And the reality is, he adds 1,500 square feet on his house. Think about that. The value of his house went up. Yeah. The amount of insurance he would have needed would have gone up. That could be a really big issue if there was a claim and you didn't account for that. So, and again, look, great guy, busy guy, business owner, family, sometimes, just people aren't always, dialed in with that. But so again, we try to just take that real proactive approach with our clients. So
yeah, I like that. All right, Doug Levi, Strategic Insurance here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Let's do a review then. Let's tee this up. So if you're listening, driving, maybe on the TV show, text review to 813-670-7372. It's an opportunity for you to get an insurance review. Text insurance or review to 813-670-7372. That's our consumer advocate hotline, and we're going to put you right in touch with Doug Levi himself.
Yeah,
Strategic
and
Insurance.
I'd also even just love to add that maybe the first person that does that, free copy of my book, would be happy to send that out.
Nice.
So,
okay.
Just as a way to say Merry Christmas.
That's right. Awesome. Good stuff. Well, I like that. Check out TampaBayInsurance.com as well. That's his website. Great URL. Always compliment on that. But stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. When we come back, more from our expert contributors here in studio. We got Shirley Jump coming up here with PublishWithNow.com. Also, Liza Marie Garcia, PublishWithNow.com. And our feel-good story of the day is a good one. We've got a school that is ditching homework for acts of kindness. Find out about that and more from our experts right after this break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Thanks for listening to My Daddy's Show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, this week we're going to talk about something exciting as usual.
We always have something exciting.
Yes, we do.
At least it's exciting to us.
But this is a question that comes up.
TV, hey, it is Friday night. We're not here. Yes, we pre-recorded once again because WeBeam TV is working over in Tampa with Dancing with the Stars.
62 Who Knew. I almost said Professional Mortgage Alliance, Joe's Bar and Grill. But actually, it's our 39th week of 62 Who Knew.
We're at the wonderful steampunk event at the Verizon Event Center here in 2019. I think it's still August, right? Yeah. Woo! Can't remember anymore.
To be able to help businesses to do that part of it. But it's just been a couple of years.
Well, and I've taken the business card files from our business cards and changed them.
Entrepreneurs and professionals of Tampa Bay, welcome to your hour for getting the information, the tools, and the connections
Ian
for
Beckles on Radio Influence.
Or you say left hand white, and then they catch the left hand white. What it does, it helps you quick with hand-eye coordination. Yeah.
Well, that's kind
As your super connector, we want to introduce you to our 50-plus show partners. We got over 80 categories of expert contributor advice here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we want to.
That's where we disagree, but that's okay.
I said nonviolent.
That's okay.
Because, you know, we're one of the only states that don't give them back their rights. I've got Jamie Limbaugh. He is from the Next Step image. I love that name because you were telling me earlier.
For the type of republic we actually are is actually very correct. Yet politicians and regular people use these words interchangeably, even though technically they are very different.
You're an overdoer, overachiever, people pleaser, we tend to neglect ourselves. And even as Sisters Connected here, you know, with Women Unscripted, I know.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. And this segment is brought to you by Infinity Medical Institute. And they have successfully treated over 40,000 patients here, right here in Tampa Bay, over 10 years in the business. And they offer pellet hormone therapy. So they're going to help you with low T therapy, weight loss plans, cosmetic services like Botox, improved sexual wellness, and increased energy. Check out InfinityMedicalInstitute.com. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. They also have stem cells coming very soon as well. They just told me that. And hormone therapy at Infinity Medical Institute. And utilize the benefits there. Check them out online, InfinityMedicalInstitute.com. Over 10 years in the business and over 40,000 patients successfully treated right here in Tampa Bay. They're right down on West Shore Boulevard, very close to our recording studio here, our studio at Salem Media Group here in Tampa Bay. So check them out online, InfinityMedicalInstitute.com. Let them know that the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. All right, and we're back here in studio. Our goal is to help you win. I want to let you know about a couple of hot listings that we've got here. 861 Mandalay Avenue on Clearwater Beach. We just reduced this property yesterday. Did a $5,000 price improvement on this beach front or beach property. It's like 200 feet from the beach, 200 steps, that is. 861 Mandalay Avenue. Beautiful property, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, huge master suite that is upstairs, and it's a private beach house right here in Clearwater Beach. You've got a cool patio area, lanai, with a great entertaining space. You got a 3rd bedroom in the back, but we can't technically count it because it does not have a closet. But a beautiful beach opportunity at 861 Mandalay Avenue on Clearwater Beach. And also 5822 Schooner Way in Tampa. This is in the Bayport area of Tampa, Town and Country. 5 to 7 minute drive to the airport, and it's perfect for that person that wants to have the waterfront access, bay access, boat to dinner from 5822 Schooner Way in Tampa. And the property just reduced as well down to $599,000. So it's a great buy on a freshwater canal right here in beautiful Tampa Bay, Florida. Check out PlatinumMVPTeam.com.
Somewhere
let's talk with Shirley Jump now. We're talking about publishing books, growing your celebrity, speaking engagements. There's a lot of ways that this can go for the folks out there.
Right. It really can differentiate yourself. When people hear that you've got a book, they look at you as somebody unique and different. I know that every time I've mentioned what I do for a career, I'm like the unicorn at the party. And so if you really want to stand out among your peers, no matter what industry you're in, having a book can really do that for you.
Absolutely. And it's a way that you can share your knowledge, and it's your reputation precedes you, right? Like, especially for me in real estate, when I walk in, I have the real estate book. It's like, wow, I wrote the book on real estate. I wrote a book on radio to get more exposure, TV show with our business model. And it's very similar when you publish your book.
Right, exactly. And it gives you a way to share your knowledge, differentiate yourself among others, because maybe your specialty is like you said, residential real estate on the beach, right? And so people aren't going to know that if you're not differentiated from the other 10,000 real estate agents that are in Tampa Bay.
Exactly.
So what we do is we create a book that is unique in the marketplace, because I've got more than 30 years of experience in the publishing industry, plus a newspaper and a marketing background. So I help people shape a book that is unique to them, to their goals, to their audience, and to what's already out there in the market.
Yeah, I love it. And I'm looking at your 90-day author that you have coming up. There's 10 benefits here. It's your new business card, the instant credibility, increased exposure, continual customer interaction, great reason to call your database up.
Exactly.
Earn extra income from sales, knowledge to your peers, your brand clarity. People are craving your knowledge. Lots of ways that people are going to want to do this, plus the opening up for speaking opportunities.
Right. And people don't think about, like, they'll take an ad out in the Tampa Bay Times. $10,000, it runs once. It's there for 24 hours. It's seen by, I think right now, like 2 people because of the way that the newspaper industry is going. Whereas a book is there forever. It's in print. It's on Kindle. It's everywhere forever. This isn't a marketing thing that you do once and it's done and gone. It's there for as long as you want it to be. And the great thing about doing it with a company like us that's local is we can update it, we can change it, we can make it reflect whatever changes you have in your marketplace and in your career, and make it a really strong representation of your brand and the direction that you're going in.
Great point. Yeah, and I love audiobooks as well. Just it's so passive. I'm walking the dog, doing laundry, working out, whatever. I love the audiobook side of it as well.
Right, and we offer that as part of our packages with our clients, because there are some people that want that. We have a doctor that we're working on her audiobook right now as we speak, because a lot of her clients, they make the long trek out to see her and they really want to hear what her advice is. And her book's unique because it's her business book, but it's got her personal story in it too. When you're in an industry like real estate or insurance or medical, there's so much competition, and you need to build that relationship with the customer before they really trust you with their lives or their money or whatever they're doing.
Right.
And so by including her personal story a little bit, we were able to build that relationship through the readers, so that people that don't know her come in and feel like they do.
Yeah, absolutely. If you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. We're talking with Shirley Jump with publishwithnow.com, Wall Street Journal, USA Today, New York Times best-selling author of 76 books. And Shirley, on this, what I love too is the fact that when you get that book, it's going to open you up to public speaking opportunities. One of the things I loved in my past is I was the MC for the Wine, Women, and Shoes event in Tampa, raised $150,000 or so for Children's Cancer Center. It opens you up to those types of opportunities, and you never know who's going to be in that crowd.
Exactly. Yeah, because people that have these events are looking for people who can speak, who can deliver a message that is concise and on target, and a book really helps you narrow that down. One of the things that we do at our company is we write a speech for our clients, because not necessarily do you know how to do that together. And I was a national speech competitor, so I've got that background as well. If it has words in it, I've got the background for it. So we help them find those speaking opportunities so that they're selling their book, they're getting in front of the exact audience that they want. We have a client that she went on a podcast, and her first appearance, they're like, oh, can you be the co-host? Because immediately she's got that nice connection just from having the book, because she has, again, that perception of expertise, that her message is very concise and very directed to her audience, and it's been an incredible opportunity for her.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a big point as well, is cross-pollination of authors onto the podcast. And you guys help with that, because I think that's a big difference from most other publishers.
Right. Yeah, because we know that it's all well and good to have a book. You can have the most fantastic book in the world, but if nobody's marketing it, then it's not going to do you any good. It's just going to sit in your garage.
Right.
And I've published with Random House and Berkeley and all of the major publishers in the country, and their marketing is, oh, here's a meme for Facebook. Good luck.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
unless you're James Patterson or Stephen King, they're not going to do anything for you. Their budgets
Right.
are not there. So the difference that now brings is that we have a marketing engine that starts while you're working on the book with me, and I build every book from the ground up with the clients. So you're not just out there working on your own. I'm helping you word by word create that book. And in the background, our marketing team is starting the whole build for how we're going to launch this, how we're going to make it different, how we're going to get these speaking engagements. So it comes out and you're immediately in that marketing space with your book.
Yeah, I love that. I love that idea. Talking about maybe doing some collaborative stuff together as well, right here in Tampa Bay. So stay tuned for more of that information coming out. We love that. And I've got other friends that I mentioned that are authors and love to speak and love to get on stages as well. So I think that's a great idea we've got going on there. So stay with us right here. When we come back, we got Doug Levi in the house, Shirley Jump, Liza Marie Garcia as well. And we have a feel-good story of the day coming at you that is really cool. It kind of goes with our theme here on the Consumer Quarterback Show of random acts of kindness. Follow us online at Brandon Rhymes1 on Instagram and Twitter, the Consumer Quarterback Show page on Facebook, and of course our YouTube channel has a lot of great content there as well. And we'll be right back after this short break. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, this week we're going to talk about something exciting as usual.
We always have something exciting.
Yes, we do.
At least it's exciting to us.
But this is a question that comes up.
TV, hey, it is Friday night. We're not here. Yes, we pre-recorded once again because WeBeam TV is working over in Tampa with Kansas City Star.
62 Who Knew. I almost said Professional Mortgage Alliance Joe's Bar and Grill, but actually it's our 39th week. 62 Who Knew.
We're at the wonderful steampunk event at the Verizon Event Center here in 2019. I think it's still August, right? Yeah. Woo! Can't remember anymore.
To be able to help businesses to do that part of it. But it's just been a couple years.
Well, and I've taken the business card files from our business cards and changed them.
Entrepreneurs and professionals of Tampa Bay, welcome to your hour for getting the information, the tools, and the connections
Ian
for
Beckles on Radio Influence.
Or you say left hand white, and then they catch the left hand white. What it does, it helps you quick with hand-eye coordination. Yeah.
Well, that's kind
As you're super connected, we want to introduce you to our 50-plus show partners. We got over 80 categories of expert contributor advice here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we want to.
That's where we disagree, but that's okay.
I said nonviolent.
That's okay.
Because, you know, we're one of the only states that don't give them back their right. Got Jamie Limbaugh. He is from the Next Step image. I love that name because you were telling me earlier.
For the type of republic we actually are is actually very correct. Yet politicians and regular people use these words interchangeably, even though technically they are very different.
If you're an overdoer, overachiever, people pleaser, we tend to neglect ourselves. And even as Sisters Connected here, you know, with Women Unscripted, I know
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. My wife and I own and operate a top team here in the Bay Area, based in the Bay Area, and just recently featured in Top Producers, Real Producers magazine. So we're really excited about that. A lot of the growth around the show. We're recruiting to our team right now as well. So we're looking for a few good agents that would want to join our team, utilize our radio and TV show model to help them grow their sphere of influence, grow their celebrity, and ultimately sell more business, sell more houses, sell more vacant land, commercial properties, and we'll help you do that right here with the Consumer Quarterback Show. And this segment is brought to you by the Bilmar Beach Resort on beautiful Gulf Boulevard and Treasure Island, and it's filled with fantastic and generous amenities to make your vacation that much more special. Check out the Bilmar Beach Resort. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. They've got 2 pools on site, Sloppy Joe's Restaurant and Beach Bar right there, and it's a great opportunity to get away from the get away with the family, not from the family, almost from the family. Get away, hang out on the beaches. You're doing a business trip, maybe a wedding. They've got room for weddings. Call Clyde Smith. He's the general manager, and let him know that the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. And we're actually going to be down there on New Year's. Looking forward to that. It's going to be a good time down there. All right, a couple of hot listings for this segment here. We've got properties here throughout Tampa Bay, all types of vacant land, residential properties. But I wanted to talk about the property that we have at 1216 South Missouri. 1216 South Missouri. This is a beautiful opportunity. It's a condo in Clearwater, and it's a great building. Lots of, all the maintenance is included in your HOA fee. Beautiful pool, and the convenience factor as well. You're right in the middle of everything in Clearwater that Clearwater has to offer. Beautiful schools, the mall's right around the corner. So 1216 South Missouri Avenue, and it's unit number 411 right there in Clearwater. Beautiful property. Also, I want to take you up to Newport Richey here, 4426 Honorio Street in Newport Richey. This is a gorgeous waterfront home. Check out that beautiful pool with on the lake right there, and the price is right in the mid 200. I want to say it's like 270 range for a beautiful waterfront home, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 3-car garage. I'm telling you, there's a lot of value here, and it's a self-cleaning pool as well, so the pool cleans itself. Pretty cool. I wish I had one of those when I was a kid. That was my job. I had to clean the pool, and I feel like we had one of those Olympic things. I don't know if it's because I was in like 3rd grade or what, but I had to clean the pool. That was my job. But we're back here in studio helping you win. That's our goal on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we want you to think about this show as the hub of your financial, your business, your real estate will, your health will. And each one of those spokes extending out, representing another one of our preferred partners, are on air expert contributors that take time out of their busy schedule. They come into the studio and they serve the community as a consumer advocate. So we'd love for you to reach out, no matter if you're looking for real estate, mortgage, credit, finance, insurance, so many different areas, solar companies, home inspectors. Check out consumerqb.com. You can see links there to all of our expert contributors on our website at consumerqb.com. And that's always our goal, is to help you win. So in studio today, we got Doug Levi, Strategic Insurance, more coming up from Doug in our lightning round as well. We got Shirley Jump as well, published author, and she's publishedwithnow.com as well. And now let's talk to Liza Marie Garcia, publishedwithnow.com. So you two are business partners working together?
We are. We're part of the leadership of our team.
Awesome. Yep. I like it. Very cool. So yeah, what else are you seeing out there, Liza?
Well, we're seeing really that 2020 is a big year, right? And for many reasons, all over the place. But it's for us, we kind of as a team got together and said, okay, what are we going to do different in 2020 for our clients? What are we going to offer different for our team? And as part of what Shirley was talking about with the business book, building the business books for our clients, we said, how can we help our clients have such a laser focused brand clarity in their business that then translates to the book, and then how can we put that book, their business book, in front of the people that are their potential clients? So I like that. We really, we believe we've disrupted the publishing industry with our team and with Now Publishing to really step back and say, okay, it's not just the book. It's the book that might have leaks in it that leads to your YouTube. It's the digital marketing strategy for the e-Kindle book, for the Nook book, for the Apple book, for the audiobook like we talked about. Get the book in every format in front of every audience. I mean, really are very thoughtful about what we provide as a publisher. And one of the main focuses that Shirley talked about is this idea of PR.
Yeah.
And we are a full service PR firm, no question. It's very smart in your own industry to know who your competitors are, what people are doing, what within the market and how they're doing it and what they're servicing. I know every PR Tampa Bay agency, what they're doing, what their strategy is, and there is no one like us, and because we focus on the PR for the author, for the business owner.
Yeah.
So, I have to give kudos to you, Brandon, because you learned that well back how many years ago.
Thank you. Yeah.
In terms of the fact that it doesn't do any good if no one's listening to your message.
Yeah.
If you're not given the platforms that you need to deliver the message, and then that lasting power of a book, which you wrote as well.
Yeah.
So we know the power. I mean, this is the content age. There's no question. If it's anything that we know about, it's content.
Yeah.
Social media, YouTube videos, a book delivery, right? Book is the best deliverer of content.
Yeah.
And so we love the industry that we're in. We love our team. It's grown. We're rounding our 4th year now. We are a national publishing house. So that means that our clients, if they're clients, we talked to someone this morning, they have 5 different states that they're marketing in. So we're going to make sure we get them on the morning shows within those states.
Cool.
We have remote clients and we have local clients. And it all depends on, where are your clients? Let's write the book for them, and then promoting.
Yeah, absolutely. That's right on point, because once you have the product, now, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears goes into developing that product. It takes a lot of effort and energy, and there's opportunities for ghostwriting and things like that. But once you have it, now who's going to see it? Who's going to hear it, right? And you've heard it, the old acronym, no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care, right? So that's kind of the goal of this show, is a consumer advocate approach, and the branding side is the quarterback, so we're that leader on the team. We're going to help you as that consumer advocate, that quarterback. But I would urge you as a business owner out there, or a salesperson, or an aspiring author, find what's inside of you, because I think that a lot of people have a story to tell. They just need the right introductions.
We believe everyone has a story to tell. I mean, quite honestly, right? And we had a book build. We start with our engagement with the Mind Map book build, and we had a nonprofit that were building their book late last night. We had a meeting, so we were up very late last night. But in this, in building their book, the customer came with a certain idea of what the story would be, but I heard Shirley say more than a few times, no, we can't say that because it has been said before. It's not unique enough. It's not going to the values of your company. I mean, you really need to have someone that has the expertise to build that story. Yeah. So we have that in-house, and, with our collective experience, I also wrote a business book years ago, Never Drink Coffee During a Business Meeting, with one of my clients. I'm a former tech CEO from Seattle and Portland, and one of my clients was Starbucks. So there was information about that. But what we've learned is those elements that you need to be a published, successful selling author.
Yeah.
So in our team, that's what we provide. We don't ever tell our clients, well, go hire a social media person, go find someone to do your graphics, go buy this banner, you need a headshot. We do all of that.
Wow, that's a lot of value in itself, just to have that in, and then staying on point with the message, as you mentioned with Shirley's, vast background, 76 books. That's been said already. Let's not go there. Let's say it this way, right? I mean, that's what you're seeing.
Exactly. Yeah, we want everybody to stand out from the rest of the competition, and I've had to learn how to do that as myself as an author. Yeah. And I want to differentiate myself from everybody else that's in my industry. And so my goal always is to make the most compelling book possible, that is the most unique book possible, yet also is a reflection of the client themselves. If you pick up all of our books, you will have no idea how much I wrote and how much the client wrote, because some clients need more help and need my hands-on a lot more than others do.
Right.
And you talked about ghostwriting. Ghostwriting is where somebody just comes in and does it for you, and they don't care if it sounds like you or it sounds like me. Right. I care that it sounds like you. And so if you picked up either one of these, I don't think you'd be able to tell where my words are, where their words are.
Right.
My goal is to make it sound like them and deliver their message and deliver it in a unique and compelling way.
And it needs to be authentic. I mean, it's there's too much full disclosure. Again, the age of content, it's got to be authentic. We can't put a client out in, we had a client that had a 500 person speaking engagement in Atlanta. If we put a client out that we had represented a certain way, and then he got up there and spoke, and you could tell that it wasn't him, that'd be the last time we'd put a client there. right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
so we're very cognizant of that. I mean, one of the other things I was going to mention is, and because I think this relates to being on radio, people can become very enamored with, for instance, being in Barnes & Noble bookstore on the shelf,
Right.
being in Books A Million. And yes, we're a traditional publisher, so unlike self-publishing, we can our clients' books are on the bookshelf. However, what is the odds that that right reader is going to walk by
Yeah.
Barnes & Noble at the right time and pick your book out of how many books out there and
Yep.
buy it? So we do that, but it's again more important that you're in a speaking engagement from your potential clients
Yeah.
where you actually will gain from the book. And it's
Yeah.
sort of like radio as well. People can be on radio, but if they're not on the right show, if they're not media coached to say the right message,
Yeah.
you know, it's a wasted opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have to get that attention as well. That's one of the biggest things is how do you get the attention of the potential prospect, the buyer, you know, the client, whatever you want to call it in your business line. If you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. We're talking with Liza Marie Garcia, publishwithnow.com, and Shirley Jump as well. We got Doug Levi in the house. Doug, talk a little bit about your book as well. How's your book?
Yeah,
helped
I
your
wish I met
business?
you guys like 3 years ago. So I'll just share. I did self-publish, and it was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and it was hard. And you know, it's probably like a lot of things that you get what you pay for, right? And
Yeah.
so and I just updated my book with some changes because insurance changes and different things. And I will say it was a really bad experience updating it. The service was just bad and it was hard. And so, yeah, I'd encourage people out there, like anything else, working with a professional and an expert is probably going to help. I think the challenge, I didn't know. I mean, I started Googling like most people probably, you know, publishing books, and I started writing it and the whole deal. But so, yeah, we may be talking later.
Let's do a text offer too. I want to squeeze a text offer in. If anybody out there is listening to this, they're like, okay, fine. I see the value there. I see this is something I may want to do. Just text the word book and we'll put you in touch with Shirley and Liza. Text book to 813-670-7372. That's our consumer advocate hotline number. Just text the word book to 813-670-7372. And we'll put you in touch with Shirley and Liza and free consultation at that point.
And definitely a discounted deal for your listeners for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Yeah, let's do that. So, if you're the type of person, I always refer back to Tony Robbins. You guys know, I think we talked about, I've been to Business Mastery. And, if you're the type of person that sees a goal and you see something, okay, this could possibly change my life, take action. What are you waiting on? You never leave the side. Here's what Tony says. You never leave the side of setting a goal without taking some type of an action step toward that goal. Could be as simple as making a call or firing off that text to our hotline, 813-670-7372. And when we come back, we're going to jump into our lightning round. We're going to get our top tips, nuggets of advice, and parting words of wisdom from our expert contributors right here in studio. Doug Levi, Shirley Jump, Liza Marie Garcia, and our feel-good story of the day about these random acts of kindness in a school that's ditching homework for random acts of kindness. Stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
This is Chris Voss, former FBI lead hostage negotiator and owner of the Black Swan Group, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, this week we're going to talk about something exciting as usual.
We always have something exciting.
Yes, we do.
At least it's exciting to us.
But this is a question that comes up.
TV, hey, it is Friday night. We're not here. Yes, we pre-recorded once again because WeBeam TV is working over in Tampa with Danzo Star.
The 62 Who Knew. I almost said Professional Mortgage Alliance, Joe's Bar and Grill, but actually it's our 39th week. 62 Who Knew.
We're at the wonderful steampunk event at the Verizon Event Center here in 2019. I think it's still August, right? Yeah. Woo! Can't remember anymore. Ask an attorney about Florida law.
Yes. To be able to help businesses to do that part of it. But it's just been a couple of years.
Well, and I've taken the business card files from our business cards and saved them.
Entrepreneurs and professionals of Tampa Bay, welcome to your hour for getting the information, the tools, and the connections
Ian
for
Beckles on Radio Influence.
helps you quick with hand-eye coordination. Yeah.
Well, that's kind
As your super connector, we want to introduce you to our 50-plus show partners. We got over 80 categories of expert contributor advice here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we want to.
That's where we disagree, but that's okay.
I said nonviolent.
That's okay.
Because, we're one of the only states that don't give them back their rights. Got Jamie Limbaugh. He is from the Next Step image. I love that name because you were telling me earlier.
For the type of republic we actually are is actually very correct. Yet politicians and regular people use these words interchangeably, even though technically they are very different.
If you're an overdoer, overachiever, people pleaser, we tend to neglect ourselves. And even as sisters connected here, with Women Unscripted, I know.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. This segment is brought to you by Brothers Easy Moving, the official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Brothers Easy Moving. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, they are a first-class organization. They did a great job with my family's move. We moved into our new lake house almost a year ago now. But Brothers Easy Moving, I highly recommend Gary and his team over at Brothers Easy Moving. Let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. And every day we're going to tell you something positive in our feel-good story of the day.
Tell me something good.
All right, so we always talk about this random act of kindness. That's how we close out our show here on the Consumer Quarterback Show for a number of years now. We've been doing that, but we came across, our producer, James, came across an awesome story. It says this school is ditching homework for acts of kindness. So a primary school in Ireland has decided to do away with all homework for the entire month of December, replacing it instead with acts of kindness. For the third year in a row, students at Cork have not only had any homework, instead they're being asked to perform acts of kindness for friends, family, and the community. And they record these all to a special kindness diary. Last year, the school replaced homework in December with gratitude. The children and their families recorded all the things they were grateful for in a gratitude diary. And the school suggests doing something nice for an elderly neighbor, performing an act of kindness for a relative, family, friend that's feeling lonely. But the act can only be anything, or can be anything that's going to brighten someone's day. So that's a pretty cool story. I like that idea of the school in Ireland, acts of kindness and a gratitude journal. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Get
I'm sure
that
my
going.
kids would love that,
Yeah. No homework.
No homework.
What?
Exactly. Yeah.
We'll leave it to the country of the home of Guinness to
Yeah,
think
there
of
you
something
go.
great, right?
That's right.
So another thing that's great.
That's very cool. Absolutely. So we got Doug Levi in the house, Strategic Insurance, Shirley Jump, publishwithnow.com, Liza Marie Garcia, publishwithnow.com as well. And we are going to jump into our lightning round.
The lightning round!
I am so good at lightning rounds!
I majored in lightning round.
All right, here we go. Top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Doug Levi, Strategic Insurance.
Yeah, on the whole book theme, I would say check out my book. You can get it on Kindle. You can get it on Amazon, Surviving the Insurance Jungle. I think for Kindle, it's $4, something like that. You'll learn a ton. And we're always happy to help, all the listeners out there with any of their insurance needs or questions. So,
absolutely. I like that. Good stuff. Shirley Jump.
If you want to stand out in the marketplace in 2020, you need to have a book, and it needs to be built professionally with somebody that knows what they're doing. And so partnering with us will get you to that amazing book that will make your clients just be super impressed.
I like that. Liza Marie Garcia.
Make 2020 your year. This is your year.
Yeah.
Spend the money on marketing and the energy and time on marketing. publish a book, become a published author. It will change your life.
Yeah, a new decade starting 2020. We got a new decade coming up here.
It's got a ring to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
2020.
Starting a new decade.
Man.
And something about 2020 vision too, right?
Yeah, there you go. I like it.
So I want to invite you, I want to remind you as well, the Wounded Warriors are going to be benefiting from this event that we're throwing. I want you to save the date, January 8th. And it's going to be Ken Shamrock in the house. We got 2 champion fighters coming. Antonio Tarver, Tampa's own Antonio Tarver, 5-time world boxing champion, and also Ken Shamrock. He's my business partner in a company called the Business Growth Celebrity Academy. But we're bringing them to Tampa. They're coming to Tampa. They've got the Valor BK fights going on in Kissimmee on the 11th. That Saturday night, we're going to be over there watching some fights. But UFC Hall of Famer, WWF legend, and WWE legend wrestler as well, Ken Shamrock, Antonio Tarver. It's going to be an awesome business networking opportunity. It's going to be a lot of great businesses there. VIP meet and greets available. The location is to be determined, but keep checking on Eventbrite and Facebook. We'll have the message out there within the next day or so. So Ken Shamrock, Antonio Tarver, going to be at Wednesday, January 8th. It's going to be an evening event, something like 6 to 10 p.m., and we want to see you there. It's going to be great. And a couple of people have said, "Hey, are you going to have?" They're not going to be fighting, are they? I said, "No, they're retired fighting wise." They said, "But somebody had a good idea. Maybe we'll get them to do some thumb wrestling or something." We'll see. I don't know.
Rock, paper, scissors, something.
They're competitive. They're going to want to do something competitive, I think. But all right, let's do another round here. Give me some more tips, Doug. I know last time you spoke too. I think it's a great opportunity. People are looking for opportunities to make additional income out there as well.
Yeah, so really excited. We created. It's called Insurance Side Hustling. And so the website's insurancesidehustling.com. Maybe there's a book in it. I don't know. Where we're helping people get into the insurance business doing home and auto part-time remote.
Yeah.
Never been done before. We just got written up in the Business Observer, had a nice feature article done about that. So
cool.
Great way to earn some part-time income. Our team provides all the structure, support, training. And so if anyone's interested in that, would love to be a help to them.
I love that idea. It's, very similar stuff can happen in real estate too. If you get your real estate license, we'll talk to you about how to, generate a pipeline. And it's one of those things you get in what you put in, you get out what you put in. Right?
So true. Absolutely. And we love the idea that, in our industries, Brandon, you get this, the harder you work, you see a direct line with that in terms of your paycheck. And there's a lot of people that have never had that opportunity before.
Yeah.
So.
And especially this time of year for realtors, if you have an area that you're farming, or if you have a new listing, like I've got 45 listings out there. So agents on our team, they can go door knock around that listing and say, hey, just a real simple message. We're in the area today. Do you happen to know of anybody looking to move into this neighborhood? We've got a beautiful property over here. Leave your business card, leave a door hanger. So that can be done on a part-time basis, and it's nice weather this time of year. Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Great opportunity to do that. All right, Shirley, give us some more tips and nuggets of advice.
So we are doing this great thing called the Great Write-Off starting in January. You write 1 chapter a month with me, one-on-one with our class of 2020. And at the end of the year, you have a book. Along the line of that 12 months, you're getting 12 months of publicity from us as we're promoting the whole Great Write-Off and all of the people that are part of it. So it's a very doable thing. You talked about things that are on the side or just a part-time thing. 1 chapter a month is super, super simple, and I guarantee that working one-on-one, you'll be able to get it done, and you'll see your book at the end of the year and be that really cool rock star published author.
That's awesome. How many words did you say in a chapter?
2,000-ish, because I usually add, because I pull out the takeaways and I have them add in. Let's get them to your website, to your Facebook. I want the readers. It's not just a book like here's all my information. This is an engagement tool, so that the reader looks at it and says, oh yeah, I got to go download this handout, or ooh, I've got to send my friends to this. Just as you're doing here with the text messaging, the book can do that on a concrete basis, and you can send them to a website that you can create and make dynamic, as dynamic as you want with the link.
I like that. I think people are craving more and more interactive. We were talking about that at lunch the other day, Liza.
Yeah, no, it's about engagement, and that might be in terms of who's the speaker. We have a knockout speaker author that goes to another facility. They do such a good job. They come to us and say, well, who's next? Right. Yeah. So it's that funnel that you build, and the same thing with that relationship or that intrigue that you build once someone reads your book and say, oh my gosh, that person really does know. What else do they have to say?
Yeah.
So you've got to make sure that you don't let that die. And many people let that engagement die. I mean, just even as simple as social media. Yeah. If you're not engaging, we've all heard it from our digital marketing people, right? To engage. But our Great Write-Off really is the 2020 way to make make an impact program. We're really looking forward to seeing the splash we're going to make for our authors in that program. There's only 15 spots. We don't have that many left. But really what the main benefit will be is PR and marketing for all year.
I like that.
Yeah,
and it reminds me of a story as well. There's a school you might have heard of called Harvard. So Dr. Edward Banfield from Harvard conducted a 50-year study into the socioeconomic upward mobility. Okay, in other words, how do I start with nothing and grow my wealth? How do I make more money? He conducted a 50-year study into that. And what he found at the end of the 50-year study was the number one determinant of your success: long time perspective. Okay, so how much time are you making these decisions? How much time are you looking into the future for the long time perspective? And you see different types of businessmen, families like the Walmart family, the Waltons. They're thinking generations into the future, how they're going to protect their wealth, how they're going to structure their different entities and their trust and their legal documentation. And then you look at the flip side of that, and you got the hopeless drunk or the alcoholic or the drug addict, right? And they're looking for that next fix. Give me through the next 20 minutes or hour. So that's a couple extremes. But think about Dr. Edward Banfield from Harvard and his 50-year study into the upward socioeconomic mobility. Thank you to Doug Levi, Shirley Jump, Liza Marie Garcia. Great show today. I want to thank our producers as well, doing a great job behind the scenes for us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And as we always end our show, we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. We'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Check out consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for The Consumer Quarterback Show.